Okay, let's get on with how we can create this design with few simple and easy steps. All right, let's begin. Now you've opened your Pixellab app. The first thing you need to do is to set your size or the aspect ratio. You can call it your image size or the aspect ratio. This is where you find it. Just follow my steps or follow my lead. Image size. The width is on 1280, and you're going to set the height to, let's say, 1800. Okay, and you move on. Now the aspect ratio has changed. Then you change the background. Change the background color to red. Okay, you have that. If you can't find red immediately, you click on this plus sign to get your other color combination. So you can just drag around to set a particular color you want, and you can adjust the brightness either to make it brighter or to make it dim. Okay, then the next thing you need to do is to import the picture you want to work with. Okay, import the picture from gallery. I'm trying to locate the picture we're using. I already have them kept properly here under my downloads. Here's the picture, and you adjust, good to go. Then you drag this picture, make it bold. You can, touch up the picture a little bit. How to do that? Just come to this semicircle and go to color filters. Go to color filters. Here you can keep it at 6. And the saturation, keep it at -3. Yeah, -3, and okay, then the contrast, you can leave it at 14. Okay, I think the brightness, you have to make it -23 instead of -3. If you get -23, yeah, that's how I was able to get what I got. Then you proceed. Then you add your texture background. I think I used a particular texture background here. Go to your gallery. I already have them properly arranged in my design materials, and this is what I used. Just a little, so you can meet the standard of the aspect ratio you choose. Okay, then you drag, make it fuller, and you're good. Now you need to send it to back. You need to send it behind the image. You understand? Because this is just the background, so it's not too important. This is not what you're projecting. This is just trying to give a finishing touch to your design. Now, for you to send it to the back, use this option and drag it from here, and you're good. Close the dialog box, and then you have to make it lighter. You have to reduce the opacity of this background you just added right now. You already clicked on the background, then you go to opacity and reduce. You're trying to blend that background with the red you've already used as the first background color. So now you're just adding another texture background to give uniqueness to your design. Now you can see what I'm creating. Okay, that's it. And then you proceed you proceed by adding your text. See what I did there? Plus sign, text. Move it out a little and double click on it to take you to the box where you can type the specified text you need to type, and you put it on the glamour, right? Okay, and you expand. Make sure you don't tamper with what you've already created. Then you go change the font. Okay, go change the font. Click on this E box. Change the font to, let's say we use one of these Arabic fonts or non-Latin rather. Yeah, we use this first non-Latin font, and we have this. Okay, we have this glamour. We're arriving at something. Okay, now we have this. The next thing we need to do is to duplicate this glamour. You won't see duplicate in Pixellab. What you see is copy. But once you copy, it makes whatever you've clicked on double. Okay, then the next you need to do is to send the first glamour behind the image. Okay, you know the normal way. Click on this, and this is the glamour you're currently clicked on. Move it behind this image, and you're good. Okay, you understand the result you're trying to create right now, and you have this. So, excuse me. Okay, now you have you already have your glamour positioned. Then the next thing you need to do is to touch it up a little by adding a shadow to it. You add a shadow, enable it, and increase the border radius of the shadow, and you have something. So increase the border radius to 41. The blur radius, I'm sorry, increase to 41, and you're good. Bring back your picture. If you notice what I did, because you already have this glamour behind this picture, so when you move this picture upward here, it will be difficult to click on this glamour. You cannot click on it until you move down the picture a little. Why? Because the glamour is behind the picture. Then you move the second glamour back to this place, exactly on the same position with the first glamour. Okay, same position with the first glamour. So what do you need to do now? You take off the white background color of the second glamour. Click on color and make it transparent. Okay, it's still there, it hasn't disappeared, you just made it transparent. Then you go to stroke and add a stroke to it. Okay, now stroke is like a normal outline in every design. When you're typing, there's outline color, there's fill color. For those of us that has been using, for example, Microsoft Word to type documents and the rest of that, then you increase the stroke width. Okay, keep it at 5. Yeah, let's leave it at 5. And the color white. You're good. Then you move it and position it. You might not be able to get it exactly the way it is if you keep moving it like this. What you need to do is to use what we call position. Okay, reduce the size of the pixel so you can be able to move it slightly. Just adjust it. This is left adjustment, upward adjustment, downward adjustment. I think we've achieved something right now, and you proceed. Okay, now you've proceeding, what's the next thing for you to do? Then add a shape. We've gotten somewhere right now. But before the shape, let's add another text for the beauty, right? Double click, type your beauty. Okay. Please be very careful with what you're doing before you destroy what you've taken time to build. It's very important. You change the font of this beauty. Later, I'm going to teach you how to add fonts to your Pixellab. Your special fonts probably you've downloaded somewhere and you want to add it to Pixellab. I'll teach you how to do that. You go to fonts and use the first fancy fonts, Alex brush. Yeah, you have that. You have that. Okay, adjust it a little to fit in. Okay, you can probably decide to make it bold if you want. If you don't, you can cancel it. Let's say we leave it at bold and then we add a shadow to it. You can see a little touch, a little difference. You can increase the blur radius, you can reduce it, you can increase the outer glow. You can do several manipulations with this. Okay, so let's leave the blur radius at let's say we leave it at 16% or maybe 20. Yeah, let's leave it at 20%. Okay, we are arriving at something, right? Good. So then the next we have to do is to add boxes. I'm sorry about that. Is to add boxes, shapes. I just added a shape, and here you can select different kind of shapes. I think we have limited shapes in Pixellab. And you increase the radius. This radius has to do with the edges, the four edges. Okay, you're trying to either make it straight or trying to make it curvy. Yeah, that's what we mean by radius. Let's say increase the radius to 22%. Okay, 22%. And then you reduce the size. And this, we have, we can add a shadow to it. Add a shadow to it. Shadow works magic in design, but you don't have to use it all the time. So you don't distort your designs with so much shadow. Or here, it's not actually distorting anything, so you can go ahead and use it as much as you want, as long as it beautifies your work. Okay, and we'll add a shadow to it. Add the shadow to the box. Let's say we leave the blur radius of the shadow at 16. Okay. Okay, this shape will probably need to reduce the radius, the border radius to let's edit. Reduce the border radius to 10%. Yeah, that works perfect. If you notice, while I was trying to reduce it, the shape went back to its original size. That shouldn't bother you. Okay, once you're done with the size you need, with the radius or whatever adjustment you need to do, you can then increase or reduce the size to what you want. Okay, all right, here you go. You change the color to red. Yeah, I think we have red there. You duplicate by clicking on copy. Don't forget, copy, move it down. Okay, that's it. Then we add our text. I think that's the last thing we need to do. We add our text. This is hair revamping. Okay, hair revamping. You can make adjustment to your text and change the font. Because you're going to repeat whatever text you're using on all other options, you have to make every necessary adjustment to that text before you proceed. Okay, I'll move along and try to use this first one on non-Latin. You're using non-Latin because you want uniformity. Remember, you used non-Latin for the glamour, so it's not bad if you use it again. Try as much as possible to reduce the number of fonts you use in your design. Fonts has a way of distorting your designs or making them look beautiful. So you must be very careful when choosing your fonts. Okay, good. We have something then. You can decide to add a shadow or not. Then you duplicate again. That is it. We're done. Now it's time for you to save your job. Save as a project first. Then you can name the project Glamour. Okay, I already have Glamour Beauty, so just leave it at Glamour. And then you save it as an image. Here you already have this set, this custom sizes set. Okay, you go to this and keep it at high, your quality. Keep it at high. We're done. Every other thing is set. You can check them out yourself. You can easily share to different platforms and save to gallery. Image saved, and you're done. All right, thank you.